Hello and welcome to the second Indy 11. On the day this is coming out, the Indy 500 is actually taking place. So if you do want to watch that, go watch that. But if you don't, or you want to watch it later, or you just want to watch this, please stay here. And of course, if you do go and watch the Indy 500, please come back. Come on, support us, please. So this is the first kind of official episode of the series. Of course, we had the introduction last week where I talked a bit about the series and the objectives, but this is the first main start to the series, and it's going to be a episode where we take on Miami FC in our first game of the season. But before that, I just wanted to talk about the squad we have, and I won't go through every single player because a few you probably don't need to know about, but I'll kind of go through the squad in general. Actually, scrap that. I'm going to go through every single player. If you don't want to see that, you can just skip forward a bit, but I just want to talk about the squad in general. So we've got a fairly good squad, mainly comprised of American players. We had a cap of 8 foreign players in the American second division, and we were at 7 at the time, and I think it's still at 7 because I've only brought in USA players. We started off with a very good team, so I didn't actually make a lot of signings, and nor did I have kind of the leg room. As you can see, I'm already over budget on wages, but I did ask the board for some more money, but they weren't willing. So I'm a bit over budget, but I'm normally not like that in Football Manager, but I just thought we needed some backups in certain places, so I've gone over budget, sadly. John Bush is going to be our starting goalkeeper in the first season at least, at 40 years old. I don't know if he's going to retire next year, but he's had an illustrious career in the MLS, playing for the likes of Columbus, Toronto, Chicago, San Jose. I don't know if he's won a lot, but he won the US Cup, Supporters Shield, run-up best goalkeeper, so you name it, he's done it for America. And of course, he's got an American cap, so he'll be a starting keeper. Don't know how long he's going to go on for, though. 40 years, and he's still at this quality. It'd be interesting to see how he does. We call him Grandad John or something. Then we have Keith Cardona, just a young keeper, not a lot of potential in him. Just going to keep him on. He played in Germany, apparently, for Austria, for part of his youth career. So I'm just going to keep him on, see how he does, see if he can improve. Then we've got Marco Franco, not Marco Polo. He is a good young-ish right back, and he would be starting, but he's got a sprained ankle lingering at the moment. So he should be a good player for us. He's played for us for 4 seasons now, or 3, 4, 4 seasons. So he'll be a good player when he's back fit. Then we have a bit of a journeyman, really, in Colin Falvery. Now, he has been around. He's been in Ireland, he's been in New Zealand, he's gone to India, he's been in Canada, he's been in the USA, so he's been around, but he doesn't know this division because he's played in it for the last 2 seasons. So hopefully that'll do him well because he's kind of settled in America, hopefully. It's interesting because he was contracted to Gillingham there, and if you didn't know, I do a podcast with someone called Jake, hence why this is called the Commentary Box Football Manager, because we have a channel called the Commentary Box Podcast, and if you want to go check out the podcast, which is our main channel, you can go check that out in the doobly-doo below. Please do check that out, because Jake is a Gillingham fan, and that's why I was just kind of saw that there. Then we got someone called Kwam Watson Sirbio. I'm going to butcher some names, I think. That is not how I pronounce it. But he's a very good centre-back, good physicals. Look at strength 15. He's played for New York City FC in their inaugural season, that would have been, I'm pretty sure. And he's played in the MLS before. Hasn't played a massive amount of football for the age he is, but hopefully he can do a job for us. And he's got a very, very good smile there with very, very white teeth. Then we got Anthony Manning, who's a youngish centre-back who's got a strength of 16. Now, I don't think he's actually made a senior appearance. Oh, he has made a senior appearance. He's played for Timbers too, so hopefully he can kind of start his professional career now with us, and we'll see how he does. We've got Daniel Keller, kind of another youngish. I'm saying youngish because we don't have a lot of players under the age of 24, so 25 is a young player for this team, really. It'd be interesting to see how he does this season. I've been kind of playing him in pre-season, but he's not been performing, and he looks like he should have the stats to perform, but he's just not doing it for me at the moment. So he might get a few games this season. I didn't want him to go out on loan just in case we got injuries, because he did get a transfer offer for loan. We didn't let him out in the end, but hopefully he can do a job. Then we've got Nemanja Vukovic, who is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He's 33 or 32 years old, but he's done very good for us in pre-season. He's played it in America for a while now, So hopefully he can use that experience, and he's played for us last season, almost all the games, so hopefully he can do another good season for us. John Neeskens was kind of a panic buy, but not so much. Got 2 injuries to fullbacks, and I thought I panicked and I went out and got another fullback. But I think he will actually play a bit this season. The fans weren't very happy that we brought him in. I don't know why. I think he's a good player. He's got a bit of MLS experience with Colorado, but other than that, he hasn't been playing a lot of his career. But he's still young, 23, and now that is young for this squad, as I said. So hopefully he can do a job. I've said he can do a job a lot this episode already. Wells Thompson is another player we brought in, and it was a bit of a gamble bringing him in. He has broken his ribs and he's going to be out for 2 to 5 weeks. But if you look at his history, he hasn't played football in 2 years, so it was a big gamble. And he's 33 years old. But hopefully, if worse comes to worse, and we do have to slot him in, he can do a job. Oh my gosh, I've said that again. How can I stop saying that? Gerardo Torrado. That's a bit of a mouthful of a name. I don't know how they've got this player. He's absolutely brilliant. He must be one of the Mexican all-time capped players. He's played most of his career in Mexico, but somehow he has now ended up in Indianapolis, and we're going to make the most of him. He's absolutely brilliant. 37 years old. Great to see him on the pitch. Then we have a stalwart of the team, I think, for the last few seasons. Brad Ring. I've put him as club captain. He's got great determination. He can play in the midfield or the centre mid, and he's played for the club for the last 4 seasons, so he should be very good. Oh, and he's played for Madison 56ers. And if you didn't know, I used to live in America, and I used to live in Wisconsin, and Madison was nearby. So I wonder if he's actually from Wisconsin. Is he? No, he's not. He's from Illinois. There we are. You don't see many football players from Wisconsin, sadly, but hopefully we can sign someone in the series. Hopefully that's from Wisconsin. Off air, I'm going to check every single American player now, and I'll get back to you maybe at the end of the episode. But yeah, I think I'll try and sign some player from Wisconsin. Then we got Mickey Lopez on loan from NYFC or NYCFC. He looks like a decent young player. Hopefully we might get him on permanently next season, and he can do a job for us in the midfield. I think he'll probably be back up to Torrado and kind of an impact sub, because he's got a good stamina, so if we need him to kind of last a whole game, he might be good for that as well. Then we've got Sinsa Unparipovic. He's a Bosnian player, never been capped for Bosnia, but he's played his trade in America for the whole of his career. I'm guessing he was born. No, he wasn't born. He was born in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and I guess he migrated at an early age, I guess. And he's a brilliant player. Really, he's got brilliant technicals and brilliant mentals. And I think I might start playing him as an enganche, because I think he's got that kind of awareness around him to start playing there. So we'll see how he does there. I might change the tactics a bit to maybe to suit him, depending on how we go at the beginning of the season. Tanner Thomas, probably the youngest player in the team, almost. Backup. That's all I'm going to say about him. Backup. Didn't sign him, but he's going to be backup. Don Smart, Jamaican. He's going to play on the wing for us. Again, average-ish player, but he'll do a job. Ben Spees is a good talent, American talent, and I think he will be one of the best players in the team. He hasn't performed well in pre-season for us, but I think he did get an injury in pre-season, so hopefully that kind of has just affected him a bit, but not for the whole season. He has played for Columbus before in the MLS, so hopefully he will be a good player for us and show a bit of flair. Craig Henderson is a New Zealander who can play anywhere in the kind of the front area of the pitch except striker. He's been playing his trade in Norway, and he's got 2 caps for New Zealand, and in pre-season again he was a bit average, but hopefully we can get the best out of him through the season. Iman Zaid, now he's got 10 caps and 1 goal for Libya, and he's at 33 years old, and he's been absolutely brilliant in pre-season, and I think he was one of the top scorers in the second division last season with 15 goals and 33. I think I'm going to love this player. I mean, I don't know how long we're going to have him for, because he could retire, but I think he will be one of the best players in the team. I recently did a offline save with Belize. I'm still going on now, and One of our best players as Belize manager was Michael Salazar, and I couldn't resist, because I know he's on loan, he's loan listed at the start of the game, couldn't resist getting him on loan to be back up to Zaid. Sadly, he just picked up an injury with Belize, and he had a very good pre-season, so hopefully he'll be back soon, but he won't be playing against Miami. Andre Ables is another good young player. He's performed extremely well in pre-season. As you can see there, he got 7 goals in basically 7 games. So hopefully, I think he's going to be pushing for a start. But I'll show you why he probably won't be starting just in a second. Justin Braun. This is why he's not starting. As we'll get onto in a minute, we play a target man in the formation I'm thinking of. And he's just brilliant. 16 strength, height of 6'3", weight of 14 stone, jumping reach of 15, heading of 12, plays with back to goal, comes deep to get to the ball. He is just your perfect target man, and he's scored goals at every level he's kind of played at. For Chivas USA, he was probably a good scorer for them, and he's kind of didn't quite make it after his Chivas seasons in the MLS, and that's why he's had to drop down. But he has scored goals in all his divisions, so hopefully he can do the business for us. And then the last player is a Welshman, and if you didn't know, again, I'm a Swansea fan and I support Wales nationally as a team because my dad's from Wales, and it'd be interesting to see how a Welshman does in America. I don't know if he's going to be the best of players for us. I think we might have to offload him next season unless he has a blinder of a season, because by his stats wise, he just doesn't have kind of the attributes I'm looking for in a striker. Maybe he can be a poacher for us coming on late, but I don't know. He hasn't played for 5 years, which is a bit worrying. So we'll see how it goes, though. That's all the players. I mean, I'll just talk you through who the ones were the ones I brought in. It was Mickey Lopez, Wells Thomas, Michael Salazar, and John Neeskens. No, none of the players went out, but I did put some into the blue B team. So a goalkeeper called Christian Lamelli, because I didn't think he was going to get a game at all, so I just put him into our B team. So the tactics we are playing is asymmetric tactics. It's some concoction. I don't know what's going to work. Who knows? I mean, I don't even know how to describe this tactic. We've got 4 at the back, 2 defensive full-backs, kind of solid there. We've got Anchorman, and then a new role in Football Manager, which is exciting. Segundo Valente. I think it's like basically an aggressive kind of deep line playmaker. So hopefully they can do the job in bringing the ball from the defence into attack. And what I've been noticing is that they get a lot further forward than a regista or a deep line playmaker. In the pre-seasons, they were getting outside the box and having shots, which I really like to see, kind of players rushing from the back into the kind of the forward line. A wide midfielder set on automatic. I didn't know what to do with that wing. We didn't have any star players, so I kind of just left it as but I kind of decided to have it as a player that can be spared to receive the ball or put in a good cross. On the right side where Zayed would be playing, we got a winger. Didn't really want to put this in an inside forward because I also wanted the crosses into our target man, who is a target man support, so he can kind of work with them. And then we got an attacking midfielder on support to kind of feed off of the target man as well. And basic instructions, when I say basic instructions, there's no instructions, there's none. Just standard and flexible, and I'm going to change it throughout the game to see how it goes. I just realised I haven't done the press conference yet, so I'll quickly rush through that now. Interestingly enough, though, when I was doing the kind of board talk, I asked if I could know about the history of Indy 11, and it just kind of stopped the talk, and I never got to meet the journalist, never got to meet my assistant manager. And it was a bit weird. So this is John Green's first press conference, and for that reason I'm going to make you sit through it. So have you been able to settle upon a regular first team choice over the course of the pre-season? It's early days, opportunity for everyone. It's always nice to start with a win to get points on the board and build up some momentum. Are you confident you can get off to a good start? I'd say our preparation's good. Salazar's injury, it's annoying when it happens in circumstances. I don't want to say that. I'm naturally disappointed, but not too much. We'll have to get... Yeah, I like that. Do we think we're prepared? I'm just looking for a solid performance. I'm gonna ask calmly, because that's good. And I'm gonna say I think we can upset the apple cart. I think. I don't know what that phrase means. I guess we might tip over an apple cart and that might be it. I guess it means something like apples and I don't know. I'm rambling. That's it. That's that done. So pre-season was very good. We only lost once to St. Louis. I don't know, and that's embarrassing. But there was only a game we lost, and that was a tight game, anyways. But we managed to beat some third-tier American sides such as Richmond, Louisville. Cincinnati was a very good team. Swoop Park we drew against, and then we kind of beat some local teams and a Canadian team as well. So that was pre-season. We didn't concede many goals, and we did score a lot. So fingers crossed for the game against Miami. Our first game, as you might have saw last episode, was supposed to be Jacksonville, but players have literally just went on international duty as we were supposed to be playing them. So we had the option to move that back, and we did in the end because I thought I didn't want to play with 3 of our players missing on the first game of the season, so we cancelled it, and now our first game will be against Miami FC, which I'm slightly scared about, because if you look at their pre-season, they've managed to beat Philadelphia and Portland and draw against DC United, which is slightly scary because they're MLS sides. And if you look at their squad, they've got the likes of, where is he? Vincenzo Ranelli, who's 28, and he's got stats like this, and he's playing for his American second division side. I don't know how they do it. He had a good season last season as well. I'm scared. I'm actually scared. And if you look how else is in this division, for New York Cosmos, you got Javi Marquez, £1.4 million player. I don't get it. And also, who do they have? Emmanuel Ledesma, who Middlesbrough fans might recognise, or Brighton and Rotherham fans might recognise. It's a scary amount of quality they have in this division, and I didn't know how good this division was. Quickly on note, the first game of the season was Edmonton versus New York Cosmos, and they drew. I think it was 1-1 in the end, 2-2 in the end. Anyways, on to the game. Oh, quickly, one thing to mention. Does anyone do these pre-match tactical brief reminders? Because I don't know, I've never really used them. I only use them in pre-season maybe once to describe a tactic we're using. But other than that, I don't use them. Do tell me if you do use them, because it'd be interesting to know how you use them. So, the team we are going for today is as follows. We've got Bush in goal, Vukovic, Manning, Watson and Sibobe, I can't pronounce his name, Falvey as our starting back 4. We've got Ring as anchorman, Tirado as the volante. We've got Henderson out wide, Uprovic in the middle, Zaid on the wing, and then Braun up front. On the bench we've got Cardona, Keller, Neeskins, Lopez, Don Smart, Spies and Ables, who will all be looking to make an impact today. So let's get straight into it. So it's game day, of course, so let's give the team talk. I think, I'm thinking about John Green. What would John Green do in this situation? So I'm going to think he's going to be happy and he's going to say, all best out there tonight, have fun. And I think that's what I was thinking anyway. So let's see how they react. Okay, well, not bad. I'm going to leave it there, I think. Let's go to the tunnel. Oh, they want to speak to me. Let's see. I think it's a special day. I'm going to say passionate. So Braun kicks off the match. Now, I've got it on comprehensive highlights, or extended highlights, so I think we're going to keep it on that for now, see how it goes. I can always kind of edit out the boring bits. So, we're playing in the dark blue, and Miami FC are playing in the light blue. We've got a corner, quickly. Go on. We've got Zaid giving the next loose ball. Henderson with a strike, but it comes off Watson, so Bobre. I'm gonna need to give him a nickname in a minute, and I'm going to have to think about that. And I'm going to have to give Unabrivic a nickname as well. I think everyone's going to have a nickname by the end of this. We have another strike there, but it is blocked. Ranella comes down the wing with the ball. He's met by number 32. Tries to get a ball in, but Watson is there. I'm going to call him Watson, I think. Braun gets the punt upfield. Zaid, come on Zaid. Oh, they've got good tacklers. Ryan to Stefano. Goes down the wing. He's going to get a cross in. He does get a cross in. Poku is there. Oh, that looked a bit... Oh, come on. It's a penalty in the first 5 minutes. Great start, isn't it? Great start. Ranella steps up. Can he save it? Bush saves it. Wow. You don't see that often. Well done, Bush. Let's not concede straight away though. Cordero to Ryan. He gives it to Stefano. Oh gosh, there is some leaky defences going on here. I hopefully will get better at commentary. Don't slate me just yet, please. Ranella to Stefano. Stefano out to Lamborghini. To Mahrez. Mahrez? Poku to Ryan. To Maya. To Mahrez. To Ryan. Just passing it around. Cordero. Henderson tries to get the loose ball there. Poku, don't give another penalty. Ranella with the finish. That's a header. Not good at all. We are 1-0 down against Miami FC. Yeah, we're going to have 3D highlights. I think I might just swap it to key highlights because I don't want this to go on too long because or else you might get bored a bit. So we'll put it to key highlights there. Good header from them. Poor defence from us. See if we can just encourage the players a bit. See, kind of install some hope into them. Just running down the clock at the moment. Not a lot happening. I have noticed with this tactic there isn't a lot of shots or kind of chances either way, which is not a bad thing for me. I like defensive tactics, but we'll see how the tactic goes if we're not doing anything at all here. Come on. Give me a highlight before half time. Ubravic with a free kick. Oh! It's a penalty for us now. Poku gives away the penalty. Ayman Zayed will take it. Come on, let's get a penalty goal, please. Zayed steps up. Oh, and he gets it saved as well. What is going on? 2 penalties saved in 1 game. Oh, should be 1-1. Into the dressing room then. Let's see what we can do. Passionately go out there and give these fans their money worth. I know they've probably travelled a long way to Miami. Probably not a lot of away fans there, but you know, just do it for them anyways. I'm not going to make any changes yet because I think we're creating chances by the looks of the stats. So we'll just keep it like this for now. But if we don't do anything in the next 10 so minutes, I'll change it. Oh, that was close already. Okay, nothing is really happening. I might take off Brad Ring, I think, because he's not had the best of games as anchorman. I might bring on Mikey Lopez and put Torrido in the anchorman position just to kind of encourage a bit of attack. Don Smart, I think he's got a bit of flair to him, or he's a bit more pacey than Henderson, so I'm going to take Henderson off for Don Smart, and I think I'm going to leave it there for now. Let's see if that changes anything. I'll just go push forward as well. Nothing yet. Still 1-0 to Miami FC. I think they got another chance here. Ryan passes out to Stefano. Can we intercept? Mahrez gets shot away just past the post. I think we need to make a change here. I'm going to go attacking. Zayed. I don't have anyone else to come on. I'm going to bring out Ablez on for Zayed. They've got another chance out the wing. Can we intercept it? We do intercept it, but we give it straight to Mahrez, who's going to have a shot. It's like a mirror image, basically. It's deja vu. Okay, Bush with the goal kick. Can he get it to Braun? Can he bring it down? No, it just goes straight to Ranella in the end. Can we? Oh, come on, there was a chance to tackle there. Come on. Ryan passes out to Stefano. Cuts inside, gets it to Mahrez. He has another shot. Ranella. We're playing dangerously here, and I don't think at the moment we're going to do anything. What can I do? What can I do? I'm going to maybe put our fullbacks onto attack. See if that can do anything. Poku. With his back to goal, gets it out to Stefano again. He's going to get in across, is he? Yes, he does. Poku's there. Goes past the post again. It's just not working for us at the moment. Push forward. Let's go on overload. See if that works. We've been poor. We've been very poor in this game. We've had the chances, but they're not being good enough chances, I think. So we might have to change something up for next match. I'll see in the analysis what suggests, but a missed penalty for both sides. Miami get the victory 1-0. I don't know what I'm going to say to the players. Just say, unlucky boys. It would be nice to win here, but because they are going to be one of the best teams at the end of the season, Miami. not the greatest start, but I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I will try and get better at it. If you have any suggestions for maybe things you want to see next episode or things you want me to omit from next episode, it'd be really helpful because I'm learning this and I hope I'm entertaining at the same time, but it's quite hard. I just want to try and improve how I can do this. So thank you for listening. Of course, don't forget to be awesome. Enjoy your footballing weekend and see ya.